In recent weeks, we've learned that behind the scenes, Donald Trump has been complaining about his lead counsel in his Manhattan trial, Todd Blanche. Trump wants Blanche to be more aggressive. He wants him to attack the judge. He wants him to attack witnesses in and out of the courtroom, and he wants him to attack the jury selection. This is not new. It's actually something that pretty much everyone who represents Trump experiences at one time or other.
Does anybody know more about litigation than Trump? Okay. I know a lot. I'm like a PhD in litigation, okay?
When Donald Trump was president, both of his White House counsels, first Don McGahn and then Pat Cipollone, were on the receiving end of this anger. So was his attorney generals, first Jeff Sessions and then Bill Barr. Whenever they resisted demands of his or pushed back, he would become enraged.
The attorney general says, I'm going to recuse myself. And I said, why the hell didn't he tell me that before I put him in?
Donald Trump's platonic ideal of a lawyer has always been Roy Cohn.
I would do anything to get my client to win. Yes, I would. That's my job.
Roy Cohn was a notoriously ruthless lawyer and fixer. Somebody who was theatrical inside the courtroom and outside the courtroom, who was threatening, who was menacing, and someone that Trump saw, in his words, as a killer.
And there might be other lawyers who have a guilty conscience or feel they have to crawl, but I don't have a guilty conscience, and I'm not going to crawl before this committee or any committee like it.
Cohn represented Senator Joseph McCarthy, who was famous for leading an anti-communist witch hunt in the 1950s.
The most brilliant young man that I've ever had contact with.
In the 1970s, when Trump's company was sued by the Justice Department for discriminating against black tenants, Roy Cohn helped him delay and obfuscate for 2 years. The government ultimately settled, and Trump claimed that as a victory. He was ultimately disbarred, but in Donald Trump's mind, Roy Cohn embodies the qualities that he wants to see in every attorney who represents him. To be fair, Blanche has been praised for doing a good job in a difficult situation, particularly in the way that he's navigated his relationship with Donald Trump. And many people around Trump have said that he's been his favorite of his current crop of lawyers. But the lawyers who are representing Trump are not willing to go as far as Roy Cohn would. And so that's always going to be a tension when you're representing Donald Trump.